What?
That ass.
Tracy, you been smoking that shit again?
No, but I did have my ginger mix blend today. And you know how that gets me.
Yeah, horny as fuck. You know I'm allergic to that shit. What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from elimination TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. Yeah. If this is your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social media, Twitter and Instagram and Threads at elimination TV. Although I rarely use Threads. I don't even understand why it exists. But anyways, I'm here to talk to you guys about the Challenge Season 2, Episode 4. Well, the Challenge USA Season 2, Episode 4, entitled Side Swapped and Bamboozled. No, Double Crossed and Side Swiped. Swiped. Yes. So where we last left off, Johnny was thrown into an elimination because he's Johnny. I don't understand why he thinks people are wanting him to win for the 8th time, but we don't want you to win for the 8th time. So we're booting your butt gone, but unfortunately, because of all of his experience, I think he's done like 23 seasons or some crap. I don't know, he's just done a lot of seasons, right? He beats Paulie Cauliflower, and I know it's not cauliflower, but anyway, he beats Paulie, and I'm upset and I'm sad because I like Paulie. I like his growth, his maturity, and he proclaimed to be bisexual for some point in time. That's hot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Paulie, but no. Johnny knows that the people are out to get him, and he decides to switch, okay? He defected with Corey. And he takes Corey's spot on Team Blue and puts Corey on Team Red. I think that's genius, to be quite honest, because no matter what, they're going after the vets. But the blue team seems to be winning a lot more challenges than the green team. And, well, no, not true. Because the red team seems to be losing a lot. But anyways, the blue team seems to be winning. And so it's like, why not go on the winning side? I don't blame Johnny. It makes sense to me. Dusty sends Johnny a love note because he loves Johnny so much. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Dusty nyak to Johnny ever so often when, you know, Johnny's nyacking in the shower. But, you know, I don't know. But it gives stalker vibes. It definitely gives fan. Or like admiration in all caps. But, you know, Johnny is going to feed into it because Johnny likes being people's heroes. I mean, last episode, Paulie cried because Johnny accepted him as a freaking competitor. Josh ended up having 2 votes the last elimination, and to be quite honest, who cares? Josh does. And even though Josh made it seem like the first couple of episodes, he had grown, he had matured, he has curly hair, and he can be somewhat attractive, none of that matters. Because Josh is going to do Josh, and he's going to create a moment or create a scene for reality TV where he's acting a plumb fool. And it's okay, right? Because we're to expect it. Unlike Paulie, who completely changed, and we didn't get to see him go crazy, but I don't even think Paulie would have went crazy. Josh is Josh. Josh is what, 22 or some young age? It is what it is. He can look different physically. He can have locks and all that. He can do the David from Big Brother, but David looks way better with his golden locks. And I believe he has matured a lot as well, even though David was never Josh. So let me not even put that comparison in, but whatever. Anyways, Josh is being Josh, and he's calling out people. Calling out the Big Brother people. He's calling out the Survivor people. And I'm like, aren't you from Big Brother? But whatever. Josh is like, you're all pussies. You're a bunch of pussies. You're not doing it. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? I'm like, who is going to get Josh out of this house? Desi, poor Desi, beautiful Desi, competitor beast Desi, all of the Desi's positive things that you can attach to Desi. And she's crying. She has insecurity issues. She has self-esteem issues. She is not having a lot of faith in her ability to perform and to be the Desi that I guess everyone is claiming she is. This just seems like it comes out of no freaking where. Like where is this coming from? I have no idea. But whatever. She's crying in the confessional camera. And I'm like, girl, get it together. Like, what we've seen, you're a beast. So I don't know, maybe what we're not seeing, you're a cub. I have no idea, but she's crying. And she's crying to Tiffany and Chanel. And I don't know who Chanel is, but I like her. I think Chanel is pretty dope. And I need to see Chanel more. I'm not going to watch Survivor or whatever hell she's from to figure out who she is, because I don't care that much. But I think she's pretty dope, and I'm glad that she's a part of this show. And the reason why I'm glad that she's a part of the show is she seems to be a very authentic, downright, like, you know what you're gonna get kind of chick. And Tiffany and Chanel are like reassuring Desi, like, it's gonna be okay, Ma, it's gonna be fine, don't worry about it. We cried too, it's been difficult, whatever. Girl, why are these women crying? I have no idea. I'm so confused. We're not getting this point, but we're being shown this because Desi's supposed to be going into elimination, I guess. But we need to be seeing why these people are crying and what they're going through in this house. We get to the challenge, and TJ says that it's going to be a double elimination. And I'm like, okay, I mean, this is normal. Like, y'all making it seem like it's some big to-do thing. Like, this is normal. Usually the man and the woman go up, don't they? Usually. So, like, this is not too out of the norm, but whatever. All of the teams do their corny, like, we're gonna win because we're the bestest of the bestest of the best. Yeah! Hoorah! Let's go, Team Blue. They do all the corny crap in the beginning of the competition. And I'm like, can we like get to it already? Josh and Michelle go up against Amanda and Wes. And Josh and Michelle win. They get like 11. Corey, I love Corey. Like, Corey can do no wrong for me. Corey can do no wrong, even though he's friends with like Fessy and all of that. But Corey, and first of all, Corey is fat. Like, what? Like, if Corey were to do a Nelson and start like an OnlyFans, baby, Corey is probably the only one that I would pay like a $50 monthly fee to see, but just for that first month. But Corey, what? Anyways, because his post-confessional look, he was fine in it. He was fine in that post-confessional look. But Corey is a G. Regardless, Corey is a G. And Chris tries to like run rampant on Corey, and Corey ain't having it. I'm ready to see Corey in like a hall brawl or something. When's the last time we seen Corey in like a hall brawl or something physical up against another dude? Can we get that this season? I want to see, because who on this season is smashing Corey? Maybe Monty has a shot. I don't know. I want to see Monty do a physical challenge up against somebody too, because Monty. Anyway, let me get off these men's. Anyway, Corey beat up Chris during the thing, and it becomes a thing, right? It becomes like a thing, right? So Blue is like losing, right? And Blue ain't got no shot. Blue decides to help the red team out because they want to help the red team out. And more of the blue team got friends on the red side, so they want to help the red side out. They help the red side out, and Johnny just does something like, Johnny is so like corny to me. He starts the situation and he like throws, oops, I did it again. Oh my God, I dropped all my discs. And he just focuses on blocking Monty from getting a point, and Monty is unable to get a point. I think the other chick that he was with got like they ended up with like 3 points at the end of the day. Green team loses, blue team loses, and red team wins. But it's a double elimination, so we got to get rid of 2 people. This is when things get interesting. I want to just say this. The red team seemed like they were going to win anyway, to be honest. They had an 8-point lead up on them. Blue team helping, yeah, did, you know, but you never know. Red team was winning 8 points up high anyway. But outside of that, Josh is saying that he wants to put it into a stalemate to save his friends. Okay. You know what happens when there's a stalemate, right? Usually, if the team can't decide, the team has to figure out who they want to send in from the team. And so Josh is like, I'm running to die on the sword for my peoples. That's what I'm going to do for my peoples. First of all, he ain't nobody Nelson, okay? We know Nelson to do that, and Nelson does that righteously. Josh ain't and will never be nobody's Nelson, okay? So that's neither here nor over there somewhere. He's trying to be heroic and whatever the case may be. I'm like, okay, first of all, them people would have never did it for you, Josh. Let's be real. They would have never did it for you, but whatever. Josh feels like he has to do this. Okay, but baby, when we get into the meeting, tell me why my girl Chanel was running rampant on these hoes, letting Josh sitting here having temper tantrums. I'm like, what the hell? First of all, who are you like? It would have been a lot of first of alls. Who are you talking to? Like, what are we doing here? And then he's acting that way with women. I guarantee, if that whole table was filled with men's, he would have not been screaming and ranting like that to get his point across. It just would not have happened. But he was sitting there arguing with a bunch of women. Dusty ain't saying crap, and Corey just being quiet because Corey already tried to ruffle feathers, and look where it got him, on the red team. So Corey just being quiet, just watching. But Josh is doing the ultimate most. But Chanel held her ground. It became a problem when Tiffany defected on Desi, switched up on Desi, and then Michelle switched up on Lewis. Lewis said my name, so, but here's the got you though. Because first of all, Josh got what he wanted in this. Now I'm gonna tell you, Josh was bitch made for yelling at these women like that and carrying on like he was 5 years old. But he ran a table and got these broads to do what he wanted them to do, which was save the vets. But here's the got you. The vet ended up going in any goddamn way. Amanda ended up going in any goddamn way, but that's neither here nor there. The problem lied with Tiffany because Tiffany could have held her ground and Michelle right after could have held her ground. Chanel held her ground and it was what it was. But Tiffany and Michelle was like, I'm not going to no stalemate because I'm not about to get put in just because, you know. So I get it, but don't say you're going to do something, Tiffany, and then don't do it. That's my thing. That's my only problem. Don't do that. That was corny on Tiffany's part. Right. When we get from the meeting, Tiffany, here go Tiffany. Well, why did you vote Lewis in? Why did you vote? Girl, don't do that. Tiffany, don't do that. Don't do that. First of all, Tiffany, you was the first one that defected. So at the end of the day, you threw Desi in. So let's talk about that. And Michelle's like, well, don't blame me. Lewis said my name, and so I wanted to say, no, girl, Michelle, what you should have did, see, Michelle is a punk. Michelle, what you should have did was like, Tiffany, don't even try it. You threw Desi in first. So it is what it is. And once I realized that this alliance was in shambles, I did what I needed to do for me. Boom, boom, boom. Couldn't nobody have said nothing to her, and that would have been it. Tiffany tried that. I'm surprised Chanel didn't wait. I'm surprised Chanel didn't Tiffany, that was you. I'm surprised she didn't do that. I'm surprised because I would have. Now I think we missed something, right? Because we get to a post-confessional where Tiffany is like in her bag. She like, well, since Desi thinks she all that and then some in a bag of chips and some bean dip, she got to prove herself in the elimination. She'll be back anyway. I'm confident in her abilities. She'll be back. Which makes me feel like Desi and Tiffany had a run-in. And Tiffany felt some sort of way and didn't want herself to be blamed for it. So she kind of like was like, I don't care anyway. I want her to be safe. She gonna be safe. She got to prove herself. Tiffany, watch when you get in that elimination. I feel like Tiffany gonna get an elimination and lose. I'm just... That's just how I feel about that. Chris ends up having 6 votes to go in. Amanda ends up with 9 votes to go in. That hurt. That had to hurt. Because even though Josh went through this temper tantrum yelling at women and trying to get his friend to stay, baby, they still threw her in. And they threw her in ultimately to her demise. And I'm like, all of that for what? All of that for what? And in my mind, like, what is Amanda winning anyway? I really don't know what Amanda is winning anyway. And Lewis ends up going home. So Chris and Desi stay. Lewis and Amanda end up going home. But shockingly, you know, Amanda was holding on to that disc for a long time. Amanda was scrapping. It wasn't until Desi just fought. They said, girl, let go of my goddamn tool. I got to win this. She just bodies bang, bang on the ground. Wes didn't know this was coming with the 9 votes on Amanda. And at the end of the day, these people are realizing that the rookies, not the vets, are running the game. And so I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I am. I'm here for it. I don't want nothing to happen to my Corey, though. That's my Corey. All the other vets trash to me. All the other vets is trash. But my Corey, I don't want nothing to happen to my Corey. And I don't want nothing to happen to Desi. Those are my final 2. I'm here for Chanel. I like Chanel. Tiffany did Desi wrong. I'm not really here for none of that. My final two is Desi and Corey. Those are the two I want to make to the final. That's the man and the woman I want to win. I don't care about nobody else in this show, to be honest. I like Chanel, but yeah, but whatever. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought about this particular episode. Who do you think is going home next? Deuces.